Welcome, my friends. I'm Didici from Astrological.com.au, here with the first part of our analysis of the outrageous terrorist attacks on France here on November 13th, 2015, last Friday night at 9:16 p.m. in Paris, France. A shocking event, the worst attack on French soil since the Second World War. I laboured a little bit as to which horoscope to use for France, as there have been a few different ones. And I wanted to look at both the tropical or Western style horoscope as we have here. And I've used the Fifth Republic horoscope of France, dated October 5th, 1958 at 12 a.m., just as the day began in Paris, France. It's interesting to note that if we take a look at the actual attack, rising sign, 23 degrees of Cancer, which would you believe is within a degree or so of the Fifth Republic horoscope rising sign. So what we see there is very much a radical chart. So the chart is fit to be read, and there is a link between the horoscope at the time of the inauguration of the French Republic and the time of these attacks. If we take a look, the dominant elevated planets here, we see Uranus right at the upper part of the horoscope in retrogression, and unfortunately this particular planet rules the 8th house of the map, 8th house of death and destruction. Here we also see the, it's not a close conjunction, but we do see, for example, the near opposition to the 4th ruler, which is Venus here, by this Uranus, which to some extent indicates the home or the house or the domicile of the nation, along with the right angle there. It's a strong square aspect, as we can see here, to the rising sign. That degree has obviously just passed the square. So that is usually the explosive sudden nature of events that can take place as a result of that particular planet. Now, usually we need to look at other factors. Here, for example, we see the very tight quincunx, or 150 degree aspect, between the transiting Pluto in the 6th house, or rather the 7th house, to the natal Uranus in the 2nd house. That too is a very explosive combination. But interestingly, we do need to take a look at the, I think this position of Mars here is quite significant, just having entered tropically the 4th house of the horoscope, right in a very powerful, almost partile conjunction of Venus there in the 4th house as well. And here Venus too, 4th ruler in the 4th, having just passed over in the last week or so the conjunction of Mars. So all of this happening in the angles, these two planets moving. That's quite wide in orbit. I found in practicality, often we don't need the exact conjunctions or oppositions or aspects here. By sign, we see there are triggers here, and it's not a single event that actually causes the, a single aspect or a celestial event that causes the actual worldly event that we're looking at right now. So this opposition from Pluto to the sign of Cancer is very, very strong. And also, if we have a look here at the transit of the seventh lord and co-lords, we see Saturn co-rules the 8th house along with Uranus in the 6th house. And we see just in the previous day or so the conjunction of the moon, the ascendant ruler, across this 6th house of enemies, disease, debt, and general malaise here. So this is a very, very strong aspect which influences directly the ascendant, along with these other very tight and explosive influences. Here we would have to say, interestingly, that Mars is yet to make its full impact here. So there could be some retaliation if France retaliates. And of course, recently, just as a digression, we have seen the several earthquakes that have been taking place. That is usually the case in fixed signs, sometimes in the cardinal signs, as we can see here, the signs of Aries, and there a very powerful opposition coming. So I think we've yet to see the end of this. I think we don't need to be an astrologer or a brainiac to figure that out, but this is indeed indicated by the opposition of Mars. Now, as I said, Mars is in a very tight orb to the 4th house ruler of the horoscope. It is going to make some other conjunctions, for example, here to the 12th house. Mind you, Mars is a friendly planet ruling the 10th house and also the 5th house of the horoscope for the French chart. It is also a natural friend of the moon, which is the ruler of the ascendant. And this conjunction, the impending conjunction to Mercury, ruler of the 12th house and the 3rd house, I think has a lot to do with some of the secret activities that are now going to take place. And make no bones about it, France will retaliate in a very, very powerful way. It, of course, is a shocking attack on the people. And this is just an introduction to the horoscope. We welcome your feedback on this. I'm now going to take a look at the sidereal or Vedic horoscope to give you my insights from that perspective. Thanks for joining me. I hope this has been of help. Look forward to